Hey guys, Matt, Joe 2 driver with Scale 4x4RC.us. Tonight I'm going to kind of give you a run through of what I'm doing on the body. So far I have finished doing the liquid mask inside the body. 3 coats. You want to get it as thick as you can. What's nice about that is it goes on kind of a white color so you can see where you're doing it, but then it dries pretty clearly. So what my task is tonight and over the next few nights, I'm not going to do all this in one night, but it's to go ahead and start doing my cuts for the shapes and everything, so I can start getting my sections that when I want to start laying down paint, I can pull out this, for this color and that color and so on and so forth. So that's kind of what you're going to see, is a little bit of that, of just me cutting and lining up and so forth. So stick with us. We'll do a couple of bits of this, and we'll keep moving on, keep moving forward. So you want to make sure you got a good sharp X-Acto knife. I've got a fresh blade here. And then it's really just like you did when you're drawing. You're just going to go through and cut your lines. So straight edge helps sometimes, but here we go. We'll just do pieces and see how it goes. One other small tip I'm going to give you is I'm going to try to let me remark that line that disappeared. But like I'll write in the colors that I want. So like this section is going to be, that's going to be blue, white. So I'm going to put in little W's in areas. That's going to be white and white. That's going to be red and red. So it helps me keep track of, once I've gotten pieces off, sort of keep track of what color is going to be what. Like what is it? So that's going to be white, black, white, black, white. That way when I start to paint it and I start to peel pieces off and I know what's colors are going to go on first, I can peel those sections off and go through them. So just gives you an idea. And obviously that's going to be what it's going to be. Alright, so I've gotten everything trimmed. Everything's been cut. Scored all my lines. So the next step will be to go to start peeling this out, and I'm going to use tweezers to grab each piece. I'm going to do, I've kind of decided on the color. I'm going to do this checkerboard up here, sort of a yellow and black, obviously. And then I've got blue for the center portion here, silver for the body, red for the center, black for all the trim, and then I'm going to do the star white. So that'll be my color scheme, kind of like I talked about. So we'll get on to peeling, and then eventually we'll get on to painting. So a good set of tweezers helps for peeling. So we'll do a little bit of this so you can get an idea, and then we'll move on. But as you can see, you just want to peel it slowly. Make sure you're getting all yours done, because otherwise you'll have to go back and trim it a little bit. So start doing piece by piece. Comes off pretty good, actually. And then just if you lift up another corner, just kind of tap it down. So obviously this is going to take a little bit of time, so I'll go ahead and do this, move on, and then we'll check back. Alright, so we're nearly done getting these pieces off, so just kind of let you see what that process looks like. Hopefully you can see it clearly. So you just kind of peel them up. You want to do it slowly because you want to make sure that you're not catching any of the other pieces that you want to leave on, because I've had that happen a couple times. So you just want to make sure that if it starts to peel up a section you don't want, that you kind of go back and touch it up with your X-Acto. As you see, it just peels really nicely. And obviously the thicker you go on with it, the better. It peels off a little more easily and tends to peel off in one good piece. But if it's thin, like this one happened to be a little thin, it'll stretch a little bit more and sometimes will pull off in more than one piece. So I think that's going to be all for the first color of the checkerboard, which is going to be yellow. So next check-in we'll see how it looks. So as you can see, I've gotten the first couple of layers of paint on here. Gotten the yellow done, gotten the red for the center. Next I'm going to be doing the white for these spaces, and then I'm going to back that with silver. And then I'm going to do, well, the rest of the body will be silver, and then I'll be doing my black trim. That may not be the best method to do paint colors. I don't know, I'm kind of playing with this as I go. I've never done anything this intricate, so sort of a learning process for me as much as it is for just something different. So we'll just keep on going. Alright, so as you can see, gotten almost all of the paint on. Only thing left is going to be the black that I've got, and so we'll move on to that. You know, some people say you put the dark colors on first. The reason I chose to put the lighter colors on first was because I wanted to, because I was doing, you know, a yellow and a white and a red, and a lot of times those pop a little better when they're backed with silver. And I wanted to still be able to see through the body enough that if I needed to make adjustment, or if I wanted to add something like I did back here, I'd still have the clarity rather than hitting it all with black first. Next step, like I said, we're going to get the rest of these pieces off here, and then the Yetis here, and spray some black on it, and then we'll be pretty much done. Get to see what it looks like. So you can see everything's painted, got it all backed in black. All that's left is to peel the film off of it, put a few decals on it, and then throw it on the Yeti and see how it looks. So check back in just a little. So what do you think? A little better with some decals, but there's some few little spots here and there that didn't quite get covered as well as I would like to, but all in all, given that it's completely 100% by hand trace stencils essentially, for my first time, I think it's pretty good. So we'll throw some decals on it and put it on the chassis and see how it looks. So what do you think? I think it turned out pretty good considering it's a first try, given that it was all hand cut from stencils and drawing the lines on the outside. Body fits pretty good. Did my own personal sort of Yeti logo on the back. Wanted to keep the decals kind of clean, didn't want to do over decal it, so really it just has the Yeti decal, a small axial decal back here, another Yeti decal there, and that's it for decals on this body itself. Thought about doing my typical scale 4x4 decal across here, but then I thought it would take away from the paint job, so I didn't do that. I just have to live with the logo up there. Probably will replace the top panel, just haven't decided yet. Didn't have one, so I'd have to order a whole new body set for that. But I think it's pretty good for a true first try. Obviously I've got some bad spots here and there that on the next go around I can try to do a little bit better job, but I'd like to know what you think. Kind of give me your impressions, give me your thoughts and so forth, and let me know. Hope you enjoyed it.